I can hear how mad you are, and I want to read in part your Facebook post in a little bit, but would you be less mad, do you think, or would you understand it more if he commuted all 40 people sitting on federal death row?
I believe in the death penalty. So I by no means would I ever be happy with anybody, or not happy. I would ever be, cheerful that somebody didn't get the sentence they deserved. But it totally contradicts what he says. Does the guy even know what he's saying? Think about that for a second. In one sentence, I don't believe in the death penalty. I want to perform. Why didn't you do legislation the 4 years you were there, or the 40 years that you were in politics to eliminate the death penalty? No, you didn't. You chose to swipe a pen and commute a certain amount of people. Not everybody. There's still 3 people on there. They're sentenced. So if you truly believed in what you say and do, then you would have commuted everybody. And I could respect you more for that, because that's your authority to do so. But the switcheroo is just, it makes no sense what this guy says when he puts it out there.
Sheriff, you penned a really heartfelt message on Facebook this morning, and in part you asked this question: where's the justice to the Escobedo family that was murdered in cold blood? You don't think life without the possibility of parole is justice here. So, what was your reaction when you woke up to this morning?
I felt like I was punched in the stomach. I really felt for the family of the victims. I really felt that, how do you find that out? On the day before Christmas Eve, when families are coming together, it's real difficult, and it's just a shame that this current administration doesn't know what they're doing. On one hand, they disagree with policies and they commute sentences, but there's a lot more actions to this. What does that tell to the criminals? That I'm going to go out there and I'm going to murder a family, and I'm going to shoot the husband in the genitalia. I'm going to shoot the wife 3 times in the head. I'm going to shoot a 4-year-old kid 6 times, a 3-year-old kid 3 times. Leave them out there on the side of the road so that hundreds of thousands of motorists driving down the Florida Turnpike, one of our busiest turnpikes, could see this. This is just insane.
The details really are just heartbreaking, especially when it involves young children. What has been the reaction from your community this morning and this afternoon from the news?
The news has been reporting on this, in part from the statement that I put out there. And then a few hours later, the White House posts on their page that like they were proud that they commuted these sentences, that they're not holding criminals accountable, that they're not holding for the will of the people that sentenced this isn't like the government saying you're under arrest, you're innocent until proven guilty. No, this is a jury of their peers, not only in our case, but in other cases throughout the nation where a jury said they deserve to die for what they did. And at a stroke of a pen, the Biden-Harris administration just completely changes it. And for whatever reasons, it isn't because they don't believe in the death penalty, because if they truly believed in the death penalty, they would have eliminated it for everybody. It's their judgment, which their lack of judgment.
Sheriff, you're not mincing words here. I hear how frustrated you are. My final question to you would be, what is your message to President Biden, the Biden administration? Because they didn't reach out to you. What do you have to say to them?
I'm not going to waste my breath trying to reach a message to them. And if I did send a message to them, they probably wouldn't understand it. Our ideology is so different. My message is to the victims. I apologize that this happened. I'm so sorry what you're going through. If there's anything that we could do here at the sheriff's office to help you through this tough time, which is reopened the wounds of these heinous actions, I apologize to our citizens who had faith in the federal government to uphold the death sentence, which they did. And just know January 20th, help is on the way, and we're going to see the pendulum swing and go back towards law and order. And these ideologies, if you want to change it, go through legislation, change legislation. Let it be the will of the people, not just the stroke of